7:16 tomorrow, local Congressman Steve Scalise will be joining a delegation of lawmakers for the 2014 Offshore Energy Tour. One of those, Congresswoman Michele Bachmann, is joining him. She's joining us this morning with details on the tour. Congressman Scalise, Congressman Bachmann, Congresswoman, I'm sorry. Do you mind being called a congressman?
Not at all.
Okay.
I'm fully confident.
And by the way, you just had eye surgery, so and that was pretty recent, and you still came down for the tour.
Well, because this is such an important issue, and Congressman Scalise has been a marvelous advocate for American energy production, because in his district he has one of the lowest unemployment rates in the country. This is such a wonderful industry. It doesn't impact just Louisiana. It's all of the United States, because about 18 to 20% of American oil production comes through the Port Fourchon, and so we're here to support it too.
Is she helping run your next campaign?
I'll tell you what, Michele does really good. We're real proud to have Michele come down, and we've got three other members of Congress, as well, that are here. We've got Susan Brooks from Indiana, Mark Sanford from South Carolina, and Steve Womack from Arkansas. So we'll have 5 of us going out to a rig in the deep waters.
And you do this every year. Why is it so important to get other members of Congress down here to see what's going on?
Well, because not everybody gets to see just how energy is produced in the deep waters of the Outer Continental Shelf. And, you know, when you go to the Gulf of Mexico, we're going to go see a rig that drills about 4,500 feet below the surface. It's going to be a ConocoPhillips rig today. And every year we go to a different place, and you just see different components of the kind of jobs that are created. You're talking about people that can come out of high school making over $70,000 a year with great career opportunities. And, of course, the energy it produces for America, the federal revenues that it produces for America to help us become energy secure so we don't have to get oil from some of these Middle Eastern countries who don't like us.
And what do you hope to learn on a trip like this? And have you ever been out to a deep water oil rig?
I have been to a deep water rig really at the invitation of Congressman Scalise. I learned so much, and that's why I was thrilled to come back. You know, if you think of absolutely everything in the United States that's made, you have to have energy in order to produce it. That's why this part of the country is so important. For everyone in the United States, we need this part of America to be successful, because then all of our products will be cheaper and better. We want the United States to be #1 in the world, and we can be if we have strong American energy production.
And there is bipartisan support on this, which is something extremely rare in Washington.
It's true. There is strong bipartisan support for energy production. Anytime we bring a bill in the House of Representatives to increase production in the Outer Continental Shelf, to open up more areas. I've had colleagues of mine from the state of Virginia. Of course, you got, like I said, Mark Sanford from South Carolina. We've had members from North Carolina come because people see the kind of jobs that are involved in energy production, and people want to see that come in their parts of the country too. So we get Republicans and Democrats that have a strong interest. When we have votes on the House floor, we have big bipartisan support for this. So we want to continue to promote American energy, and this is one way to do it.
And also there's a question about safety on whether this is a safe industry.
Yes.
And what we have seen, that this is a very safe industry. There's integrity, and there's incredible American ingenuity that goes on here. We're now producing energy in a way that we had never done before, and that's because of the technological innovation that's occurred right here in Louisiana's backyard. So we're thrilled to see all that's happened here in Louisiana that benefits not only Louisiana, people across, but also people across the United States, and really people across the world.
And on a similar subject, the Keystone Oil Pipeline has been a huge controversy. It appeared after the last report saying that it would be safe to do this, run it from Canada down to Texas, that it would pass and be a go, but the Obama administration has not done that.
Right. They continue to block the Keystone Pipeline, and it's incredibly unfortunate, because you're talking about over 40,000 jobs immediately related to the Keystone Pipeline and about $5 billion of private investment. This isn't taxpayer money to build this. This is private money, increasing America's energy security. And by the way, Eric, all that the president needs to do is approve the crossing of the Canadian border. They still would have to get it permitted in each state. Each state gets the ability to permit its own pipelines. So this is something that ought to get done. Again, very bipartisan support in Congress to build the Keystone Pipeline.
And quickly, as a former presidential candidate, you have been very vocal on this against the administration.
Well, I have been, because this is a part of our national security. As Steve said, I sit on the Intelligence Committee. We need to make sure that the United States is energy independent, and we can be. We can be energy self-sustaining. Not only that, we can supply energy across the world. Why wouldn't we do that, especially when you see Vladimir Putin of Russia trying to be more aggressive? Their #1 export is energy. The United States needs to make that our #1 export, and we can.
By the way, you guys are in battle right now. New Orleans wants a Super Bowl. Minneapolis wants a Super Bowl.
We've already got a deal reached.
This is a friendly battle.
I think New Orleans is even Michelle's sleeper favorite, but we're going to get that.
Oh, no, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
Well, all right. Thank you both for coming, and we appreciate that.
Thank you very much.